Seriously? Thanks, Brian. It'd be like a big red flashing button on that. And like jibber jabbering away. Mostly just talking to myself, obviously. I was doing math in my head, looking at my ETA. Should be a there should be like a big red flashing button somewhere. It says mic's off or one of your audio things is muted. No, that would be the game sounds. Have the game sounds slightly up, but I noticed the game sounds kind of overwhelming. That's just the game sounds. See, there's a fine line of game sounds. Like, I want to hear the bings as I go through, like this. And I want to hear, like, the high pitched, like, bings, like every time you go through a gate or you get XP. But I don't want to hear that, like, road noise. In a womb. Well, you kind of are. You're in a magical land. Okay. Getting warm now. Finally. Skip straight from being cold to sweating. I know, eh? What am I doing? Do I even Zwift? This must not take it that seriously. Been riding Zwift since 2016 and I'm only level 62. Good to see the heart rate staying down though. I like that. Minus 12 outside. It's not that cold here, I think. I don't know if it's even in the minuses. It might be in the minuses. Let's take a look. 3.2? No. I was... 3.2 is not bad. Not quite my ride outside temperature yet, though. It's close. It'll probably be closer to 6 to 8. I know, Marble. I know. Yeah. I'm going away for the weekend, so I would really prefer if it didn't try to snow while we were away. Yeah, I've only ever... This is the third one I've ever done, Marble. I only do them when they're the really short ones. Because... Sorry, Brian, but I'm farming XP. I'm doing a workout on the Karoo. So I'm just doing a workout anyways. So I thought if I'm just going to do a workout, where can I ride and do a workout that gets maximum Zwift? Ah, he was on a wheel-on trainer. And he went all... He probably got so much wheel slip. Did he use the QZ app? Exactly, he did. Is his time crazy unrealistic? He's like, oh yeah, Brian, I did 480 watts up that hill the whole time. That's pretty close. Nice. I used to... Okay. It's cheating. So, back when you weren't able to pick what land you could go in, you could force the system into whatever land you want. You went into the folder and you changed a few things, and you could do whatever route you wanted in whatever land you wanted. And I used to go to like places like Richmond, and what's funny is there was always be like 50 people there, and it was fun to get all the jerseys when you didn't have 10,000 people as competition. I'd make sure to get screenshots of me in like the hill climb jersey and the sprinter jersey. Oh, so the real world. Well, it's like all those YouTube videos. Yeah, that's how I would get them, Frack. I would pretty much force the system so I could go to any world that I wanted. I only use the Buffalo bike. That's it. My stand against bikes in Zwift. Even if they didn't neutralize bikes at nationals, I still would have rode the Buffalo bike. I don't care. Garmin consistently tells me that I'm being productive, except I'm low on anaerobic or whatever. Oh, see, that is a good question, Brian. That is a good question. Probably not, then. If I looked through Zwift Power and there was dudes and I'm like, man, I could take nationals, I would, for the win, yes. For the win, I would switch to a faster bike because despite the Buffalo bike on a course like that, it's still 15 to 20 seconds. If I wasn't at any chance at a win, no, even podium. If I was a chance to get a podium, I would still ride the Buffalo bike. I don't know how many shots at the national title I'll have in my life, and I wouldn't really want to mess that up. I would marginal gains the crap out of it for a national title. I need to order that national jersey in double XL. Oh, sorry, sir. We didn't make them in that big. Oh, that would be the best. You know what? That's like people's dreams are like winning the lottery and just being set for life. My dream. Oh. What? I've done 10 climb portals? Weird. My dream would be just to be like this middle-aged fat guy with a true national jersey. Like, earned it. Showing up on group rides. Hanging out at the coffee shop. You know. Because there's this kind of weird thing in cycling I've noticed. Like, I'm throwing up lines. I've only done 3 climb portals, but I've done them 10 times. Like in any other sport, you support your team by buying and wearing a team jersey. And it seems in cycling, though, it's like, oh, if you wear like a World Tour kit, you're like a poser because you're not World Tour. I'd love to have a national jersey and be like, what's the heck's that guy wearing a national jersey? And his friends are like, no, man, he is the national champ. He earned it. And they're like, what, that guy? And then I would have been like, dude, you could have been in the race if you wanted to, but you chose not to. Nationals was open to everybody. Or, yeah, see, the national champ kit is not like a team jersey. It's not like you're going out and buying a Bora Hansgrove, kit. That's like World Tour kit. But you can't go out and buy national. Feather. Okay, now I'm warmed up. I'm sweating. It is hot. Coffee is boiling me from the inside. But, see, that's a good conversation to have too. So, for example, at Nationals, they neutralize the bikes. I understand why they neutralize the bikes, but as we were talking before, the whole gamification side of it, why should a guy who's level 10 have the same advantages as someone who's level 70? It's national esports, not national who has the highest FTP. And if you want to compete in esports, maybe you should have put the effort in the esport. Hey, Beats. So wouldn't that be funny? Is someone who's like level 100 can unlock the fast bike and he wins nationals. Because his bike is 3 minutes faster than everyone else's. All those people who just show up for esports for 1 day a year, maybe they need to get in the game and start doing climb portal repeats. Oh, it's not going to make it in 30 minutes. There was a lead in as well, so it's totally under 30 minutes. There's the bottom. That's true. Because they'll be like, what do you mean? Yeah. Well, that's what we were talking about, Beats, before. I was saying, like, the bike should have way more of a difference. If you've ground XP and have played this game for 6 years, the bike should be like most video games. You level up, you do a dungeon, you get drops. The drops are random, but you grind for gear. Does anyone in any other video game complain that people that have been playing for 5 years are kicking their ass? No. U-turn. So it's like you'd have to revamp the entire system. See, as a gamer, I've been gaming my whole life. As a gamer, I would totally understand if I went into the race and got out sprinted by someone who was level 100 because they had the +5 to sprint socks and I didn't. I'd be like, well, that's the game. I guess I should get those damn socks. See, that would be good. But see, I'd like to take it a step further and make it fully gamified. Like, yes. Well, that's true. So what happens is, yes, your physical ability, because you're a pro tour rider, is above and beyond everyone else. So instantly, right off the bat, you have a massive advantage over everyone in game. But Mr. Pro Tour Rider, he only shows up to do world championships once 1 week a year. He's level 15. Meanwhile, our good friend Marble has 1.3 million XP. You know, maybe he unlocks Superbike 5.0, which makes him 3 minutes faster. Could Marble beat a world tour rider with an insane fast bike? Maybe. Could still be close. But if world tour rider wants to really focus on esports, then he needs to get off his ass and start riding esports. Yes, if the pro tour guy, if every second that he's not on the pro tour, he's Zwifting and gaining XP, he can get the superbike. Well, that is why they neutralize, but that's not, though, at the same time. They started neutralizing it because pro tour dudes would show up. But in the long run, the bikes really don't make much of a difference. Thus, I'm riding the Buffalo bike. You know, what's the... Like, totally, what's the difference? Like, we figured it out. On Tempest Fugit, the Buffalo bike was something like 12 seconds slower than the fastest bike in the game. 12 seconds? Over an hour? What the hell's that? Yes, that would be the line between winning and losing, 12 seconds, but yeah, I did the same. I just happened to have a Venge, and I was riding the Venge because I had a Venge. It just happens to be a different Venge in the game. Yeah, that's without draft. That was just solo. So if the Buffalo bike guy is in the draft the whole time, that 12 seconds is negated. Hey, Scotty, thanks. Well, that's exactly it, Beats. Could you have done like 2 more watts over that hour? No, it's super old. It's for sale. Should put a little sale sign on here. Well, you can't see it. It's for sale because I had to buy this bike. I have to clear out. I have to clear out all the other bikes now. Yeah, when I turn the lights off, it turns into like a Walmart department store bike. I don't know how many of you guys are into anime, comics, Comic-Con type stuff, but that's where I'm going this weekend. Vancouver is having what they call their Fan Expo, which is kind of like Comic-Con North. My kids are super into cosplay and anime, so they're crazy pumped because they're gonna dress up. Oh yes. I am not cosplaying. Contemplated it. I actually for Halloween I have on order a Totoro blow up costume, and we're gonna go as the family in Totoro. my my daughters will be the two children, and my daughter said that uh, my wife is gonna be the sick mom in the hospital, and then I'll be Totoro. Yeah, my kids, that's pretty much for birthdays and Christmas. That's all they ask for is cosplay costumes. And it's kind of funny. It's how crazy times have changed. Because they'll put their cosplay costumes on, and they'll go like go by the school and stuff. And I was like, man, when I was a kid, if I went outside wearing something like that, everyone would beat you up. And all the kids are like, they'll go to the mall in cosplay. They were super huge into Demon Slayer. They still kind of are. We have a whole bunch of Demon Slayer cosplays. Now they're reading, I think it's called Heaven's Official Blessing, something like that, or the Heavens Official's Blessing. I don't know. No, it's a bunch of things combined. It's more of a celebrity expo, but they do have an anime component. Like Adam Savage from Mythbusters, the celebrity list is pretty impressive. Here, I'll see if I can find it. like Elijah Wood, Bruce Campbell, Giancarlo Esposito, Danny Trejo, Adam Savage, Jason Lee, Rose McGowan, Mary McDonald, the lady from Battlestar Galactica, Ethan Suplee. Oh, wacko people. Stupid hill climb keeps giving me feathers. I don't want feathers. I'm here only for the XP. I'll have to check it out. I haven't seen it. Wasn't the Batman animated series? It was Mark Hamill was the Joker. Isn't that the one that he was voice acted on? Yes, Peter. Do the climb portal 25 times. Do it. Wait for the little short one, though. Look, feather again. Enough. That's not bad. 2,700 meters, that's it? What kind of climb portal is that? Ah, so much has changed. I was cleaning out the attic and we found an old VCR and we hooked it up. And it's funny when you watch a VHS tape and of how fuzzy it was. In the picture, it looked like an old-timey video. The picture kind of bounced around and yeah, Cote de Pike. That's a good one. That would be the one to do it. Oh, G.I. Joe. That was a good one. I had a friend who had like all the G.I. Joe stuff. Remember he had an aircraft carrier. It was massive. But I don't know if the aircraft carrier was actually G.I. Joe stuff. The DuckTales. Oh man, that was on TV when I used to come home from school. I can hear the theme song in my head. Totally would. 7 with a VCR. Ah, I remember I had a 13-inch TV that I used to play Nintendo and Super Nintendo on in my room. 13. Just tiny. Like I don't even think like how did you even see? Yeah, with the coax adapter for the Nintendo. Just goes right into the one jack. It's like, did you unplug the one cable and re-plug it back in? Is it fully seated? Oh, micro USB was the worst. All right, I think we're gonna go up one more time. My workout still has 20 minutes left. Or DisplayPort and HDMI. Why won't this cable go in? That's the wrong cable. That's a DisplayPort cable. Doesn't fit in HDMI, it's a different shape. Yes, most TVs do not have. Feels like this ride down is really long. How am I not at the bottom yet? What's my password? Yeah. Don't really know that. What do you mean? I used to love when people had unsecured Wi-Fi. Oh, it was awesome. I'd be in my service van and I could just find an apartment building and you would park in the apartment building parking lot, flip open your laptop, bam, internet. There's always half a dozen non-passworded Wi-Fis. Not so much anymore. Not that I've tried, because everyone has cell service. But yeah, like when wireless routers first came out, it was just to take it out of the box, plug it in your modem, and it was it. Now they have like wizards that do a whole walkthrough with you. Before it was just plug it in and be like, yep, there we go. We got the Wi-Fi. Wouldn't it be good though? If there actually was a person out there that knew your passwords. Like you called the IT guy and you're like, I forgot my password. And he's like, yeah, here it is. It's this. Yeah. And there's the hotline. So my router in my house can't remember the password. And they're like, ma'am, what's your address? And you give them your address and they're like, here you go. Here's your password. Oh, I've done that many times. family was leaving to schools. My router just has like an auto button. I don't need to set any settings. It just goes, what would you like to do? Chaos auto. That's the same. My wife just wants to play her video games. She doesn't care what the settings are. That's pretty awesome. Ah, is the internet down? I've heard that pretty much exact sentence. We have a very old, one of our TVs is very old smart TV. And when you first turn it on, it needs a good 30 to 45 seconds to connect to the internet. And every time my wife turns that TV on, she's like, Netflix doesn't work. I'm like, you just turned it on. Give it 30 seconds. Oh, okay, it works now. Next time turns the TV on, can't get a Netflix. Says it's not connected to the internet. I'm like, yeah, because you waited 5 seconds. Give it 30 seconds. Oh, it works now. Oh my gosh. I honestly think she just does it though to annoy me on purpose. Like she knows. 10 XP, come on. Where's the 250? Been long enough. I want 250 XP. Things like slides, converting slides to. That was a big thing. Or my mom's got a slide projector with cases of slides. Man. On 250. The last one. 10 again. Getting skunked. Yeah, right. No. I'm done. Supposed to be at work right now. Woke up early to get this ride in, but it is bleeding into work time. And 8:30, gonna start getting phone calls with questions about stuff. Any second now. And my phone call will be like, okay, no problem. I'll get that to you pretty quick. And they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, riding my bike in my garage. Definitely is good for the thinking. So I quite enjoy my commutes. Gives me time to sort of decompress on the way to work and in the way home. I mean, even not getting 250 XP, it's still worthwhile. Hey, this is Whipple. How's it going? Good job on the race last week. Nats, yes. Well, you race a lot, but Nats in particular. Well, I'm just finishing up a few laps of this climb portal here. Getting the extra XP. Just about, well, had to extend the workout a few times. I get to the bottom, see where we're at here. Yeah, we're past the point where I can stop. Goals have been hit. I don't know why, but this downhill feels really long compared to riding up it. Maybe I'm just at the get me the hell off this bike stage. Nope. No work emails yet. Still in the clear. Still good. Well, I'm coming to a close. Who is on? Let's go over and say hi to U.S. National Age Group Champ Scott Cunningham. I'm going to finish this ride off. We're going to, in the meantime, head over and say hi to Scott. So, everyone enjoy their weekend. Thanks for tuning in on a Friday morning. I learned a lot about VCRs and cables. Oh, I'm going to hit 31K right at the portal.